The difference in news and information in Arkansas. THV 11. News at 6.
Nearly 24 hours after drivers spot flames at the top of a historic Hot Springs hotel, city officials say the 124-year-old building must go. Good evening. I'm Craig O'Neill. Dawn Scott joins us live near the Majestic Hotel with a team of THV 11 reporters bringing us the very latest. Dawn?
Good evening to you, Craig. That decision to demolish this hotel was made early this morning. It has been a very long night and a long day for firefighters, the Red Cross, and police officers here on scene. Around this time yesterday, they arrived on scene after drivers reported seeing flames coming from this historic hotel. Now everyone is asking, how did the fire start and how long will it last? THV 11's Marlisa Goldsmith is here with me live, and she's been looking into this today. And what have you uncovered today, Marlisa?
Well, Dawn, like you said, we've reached that 24-hour mark since the fire first started, and still no cause has been determined. You can see behind me that crews are still trying to put out the fire. There are several hot spots around the third floor of the hotel, and crews tell me that they have to put those out first before they can get to the next step, which is demolition. Almost 24 hours after the historic Majestic Hotel in Hot Springs caught fire, and first responders are still working on putting out the hot spots.
When I spoke to the fire chief, he did say that they are in a maintenance mode.
Corporal McCrary Means is the designated spokesperson for both the city's fire and police departments.
There has been a lot of water that's been put on the building.
In fact, fire crews have been using up to 500,000 gallons per hour. Hot Springs residents are being asked to help by voluntarily conserving water until further notice. As of now, the cause of the fire has not yet been determined, but Corporal Means tells THV the main focus is making sure all of the hot spots are put out and the building gets demolished.
The building is not structurally sound anymore because of the fire, so therefore it's in the best interest of the citizens of Hot Springs to just get rid of the building too.
As of now, there have not been any reported injuries, and first responders want to keep it that way. Now, I spoke with Corporal Means just moments ago, and he tells me that demolition was expected to begin some point today. He said they didn't really know what time it would be. It could be 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, so it's pretty much a waiting game, and they're waiting to get those hot spots out again. Now, Central Avenue has reopened, and traffic is moving. However, on Park Avenue, they tell me that it will be closed for the next few weeks at least.
All right, Marlisa, thank you so much. And even though this hotel has been shut down for all practical purposes since 2006, downtown Hot Springs, of course, is full of businesses, churches, restaurants, even homes. The residents have been asked to conserve water in the area because firefighters need water pressure to continue to fight this blaze. There are also schools downtown. Right next to this hotel sits the Arkansas School for Math, Sciences, and the Arts. It is a high school where gifted and talented students actually live on campus, and that school has been evacuated, will remain closed until Monday. You can imagine it's not safe for them right now. School officials worried also about the air quality in this area. And I'm joined by THV 11's Dustin Wilson now, and so many people have stopped by with stories, tears. The hotel has really had an impact here.
You know, so much of the gangster era is well documented here in Hot Springs. Bugs Moran actually stayed at the Majestic Hotel. His arch rival, Al Capone, stayed right down the road at the Arlington. And interestingly enough, even though they hated each other, they didn't fight while they were here in Hot Springs. Now, this hotel, it held political figures, also gangsters that I mentioned, and everyone else in between.
Those buildings have just been a landmark in Hot Springs.
Standing in downtown Hot Springs since 1902, the Majestic Hotel always drew a crowd in the height of the early 1900s. Liz Robbins remembers her high school banquet in the Majestic's ballroom, and it also brought in the rich and famous.
Like Babe Ruth, gangsters like Bugs Moran from Chicago. He would stay with his gang in the Majestic, while Al Capone stayed with his gang in the Arlington.
Robbins now works at the Garland County Historical Society and says the hotel dipped into red during mid-century when its two primary catalysts lost their lure.
Doctors no longer prescribed the baths, and then in 1967, gambling was ended here.
While other properties recovered, the Majestic changed ownership through the years and finally closed its doors in 2006. Most locals hope owners and city leaders will keep the historic integrity of the age-old building.
Restore all the woodwork, the art in it.
I hope whatever happens to that site, including the Red Annex next door, is beautiful.
And even though most folks want to see a full restoration of this property, I did speak to a few people in town who said, you know, it's been dilapidated for a while, and they're actually hoping that something new and better can come out of this loss, Dawn.
We'll wait and see. Dustin, thank you. Something very remarkable is the number of people who come out to see this fire, to see this hotel last night during our 10 o'clock broadcast. We shared stories of parents who woke their children up in the night to come see this hotel one last time. Today, THV 11's Rolly Hoyt found even more families wanting to say goodbye to this hot springs treasure.
Craziness. Couldn't believe it. It's the oldest hotel here in Hot Springs. To think that it's actually gone.
Dozens of onlookers, and by Friday, a steady stream of people witnessing 124 years of Hot Springs history burn away. Down the street at another Hot Springs landmark, a sense of worry.
We walked down there and saw the beginnings of a fire that pretty much devastated the building. I have a lot of staff here at the Arlington that worked there for many, many years before it closed in 2006, and they have now joined me, so they are part of our team here. So they're pretty sad that they used to work in that building for a long time.
As the shock began to wear off, as people began to see the fire scene, a little bit of a sense in town that maybe something positive could come from this.
I hope this is like the Phoenix. I hope something rises out from that ground that's going to be a positive to the face of the tourist.
Sad to see it go.
Back live in Hot Springs, you're looking at live pictures of firefighters on the scene here of the Majestic, still smoldering, as you can see on some of the upper floors there, waiting on demolition crews. And many Arkansans sharing their photos with us. Some of the pictures from the fire started yesterday evening up until just hours ago. And we have plenty of photos from viewers from when the 124-year-old hotel was in its prime. And to view these photo galleries, visit our website, thv11.com. Craig, we are not finished. We have teams here, as you've seen, throughout this night, working to get the very latest details as officials decide what's next for the hotel in this area. We'll have more team coverage coming up tonight at 6:30. We'll send things back to you in the studio, Craig.